Are you afraid to share your work, for instance, on social media, or write a blog post, or make a video? Or perhaps you don't have a business, but you're afraid to show up in your life elsewhere, in relationships, in private places in your life. Why is that? I work with sensitive introverts, and a thought or a fear or a belief that I hear so very often is, I'll be judged, I'll be criticized, or I'm just not good enough. It's just that feeling inside like I'm not going to be good enough, or my work is not going to be good enough. They all relate together. The thing is, it may not be the truth that you're not good enough or that your work is not good enough, but that's what it feels like, right? And it feels so very true. And feelings are some of our biggest motivators in life. There are two main motivators in life. We want to get away from pain, or we want to go towards pleasure. And the fact is that getting away from pain is the bigger motivator of those two. So even though we know it may be beneficial for our business to move towards being more visible, sharing our work online, it is just so scary because the fear there that says it's not going to be good enough, or I'm going to be judged or criticized, is bigger than the motivator to go towards building a beautiful business. So where do those fears come from? They don't start randomly. They don't drop into your lap or into your head one day randomly out of nowhere. They usually come from experiences that we have in our life, and many of them start very, very young. We build or we acquire most of our beliefs in life, the way we see ourselves, the way we see our world, the people around us, who we can trust, who we can't trust, all of those things, they shape and form before 6 or 7 years of age. Because of very good reasons, a child is mostly in delta and theta brainwaves as they download programs of how to be in the world. And those programs form before they are able to discern whether things are really true or not. So there we are, we may be a little child, and mum or dad did criticize us because they're trying to help us to be a good person in the world. But to a child, that criticism may feel absolutely horribly painful. Or it may be a teacher, or it may be another caregiver, or it may be a peer or a friend or something like that, who criticizes and judges us. And that feels very hurtful, because what little children need is just love and acceptance, and knowing that they're doing okay in this big wide world that they've just entered, and they don't know how this world works yet. So we start acquiring beliefs because of experiences that happen to us, and they usually start out very early in life. And then once a belief is in the subconscious mind, the unfortunate thing that happens is, as we have more experiences in life, we tend to look for the proof of the beliefs that are already in the subconscious mind. That's just how they work, for very good reason, because the brain is basically a machine to try and help keep you safe. So what can we do about these beliefs? Once they are there, it's not as easy as to say, well, I'll just stop believing that then, or like somebody would tell you, just get over it, nothing bad will happen. We all have people telling us those things, but it doesn't really work, does it? I know for myself, this journey that I've been on as a sensitive introvert, I was an extremely shy child. And I was a shy young adult. I can remember at university, I hardly spoke to anybody else. I was just too shy, afraid of criticism, afraid of judgment, afraid of being seen, almost being visible. And I felt like whatever I was going to say was not going to be good enough. Whatever I had to offer was not going to be good enough. And that comes from lots of judgment. So what do we do with that? Once we're aware that we have these beliefs, or we just become aware that this belief, or this actual thought, this fear of I'm going to be criticized, is holding us back from the things that we really want in life, Awareness is the first key. Once we're aware of that, we can do something about that. The answer is not to try and push through, because for sensitive introverts, it just doesn't work. Our nervous systems are not built for too much stress at once. Extroverts they go easier towards risk, towards big leaps, towards, this feels like an adventure, a new thing. Introverts, especially sensitive ones, may hang back a little bit and say, no, I don't feel ready to try that. And I just don't feel like being criticized or judged because I get so anxious, my nervous system just can't handle it. So the most important tool that I can share with you to help with those fears is a tool called Emotional Freedom Techniques, or EFT, or you may even know it as tapping. So instead of talking about it, why don't we just do a little bit today? Think of something that brings you the feeling, oh, I'm just not going to be good enough, or somebody will judge or criticize me, or my work won't be good enough. Maybe you want to put a video out there, maybe you want to put a blog post out there, and you just cringe when you think about the criticism that might follow. Think about that for a moment. Where do you feel a feeling in your body, a sensation of any kind? For me, often it shows up as butterflies in my stomach, in the solar plexus, or even sort of a discomfort in my bowel area. For some people, it's like a tightness in their chest or throat closing up. So wherever that is for you, just tune into that. How strong is that for you at the moment? Let's say it's a 6 out of 10. We also measure between 0 and 10. And we're just going to do 2 rounds of tapping and see where this leads us. And I hope it can give you some relief for a start. There's a really important way that we work with beliefs, which is more taking care of the charge in certain events in our life that started this belief and that reinforced it. And what we're going to do today is just work directly on that feeling or that belief that I'm not going to be good enough. So I'm going to just use those words. So follow along. Starting on the side of the hand. Even though I'm afraid my work is not going to be good enough, I can love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm so afraid I'm not going to be good enough, or my work's not going to be good enough, whatever that is for you, I can love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm so terrified that my work's not going to be good enough, I can love and accept myself anyway. And then we tap a round or 2 through the points. I'm not going to be good enough. My work's not going to be good enough. What if somebody criticizes me? What if somebody judges me? All this fear about possible judgment. In fact, I feel convinced that somebody will judge me. I'm terrified of being judged. It's not a great feeling. I'm so afraid of being judged. And the inner is, somebody will find fault with me or my work. And I don't enjoy that feeling. So stop there or pause there and just rest your hands and take a nice deep breath in and out. Let it out like a big sigh. Oh, good. Then check in again on that sensation that you felt in your body and the thought of what you wanted to put out there, maybe your blog post or a video. How does it feel now? We're going to do another round, basically the same words, and we're just going to say, even though I still have some of this fear, maybe some memories are popping up for you of times when people did actually judge you. Just sort of put them on the back burner. Don't think about them too intensely here, because I'm just doing some general tapping and I don't want you to go too deeply into an event that may have been traumatic for you. So if you can, just sort of put those memories aside, sort of to the back burner, and let's continue just one more round. Even though I'm still terrified of being judged, I just don't want to do that to myself. Why would I? I can love and accept myself anyway. Even though I really don't want to put myself out there for judgment and criticism, why would anybody want to do that? So I just hold myself back and I don't get to share my work. And that feels kind of sad too. And I can love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm really afraid to put myself out there and share my work because I might be criticized or judged. And who would want that? So I just hold myself back, don't share about my work. And that is kind of sad for me too. I can love and accept myself anyway. Through the points, all this fear about being judged or criticized, all this fear that I feel in my body about being judged or criticized. I'm really terrified. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be judged by people I know, and I don't want to be judged by people I don't know. So it seems easier to just not share anything, because at least it takes the judgment out of the mix. But that does mean I don't get to share about the work that I love so much. And that kind of holds me back from building the business that I want to, or living the life that I want to have. And that's not great either. Just taking a nice deep breath in again. If at any time during these tapping rounds you felt a little sigh or a yawn, or maybe you even had a burp, those are all signs that something is shifting about the issue. So for now, just check in again. How does it feel now when you think about somebody's going to criticize my work or my blog post or my video? So this was just two short rounds of EFT. There's a lot more we can do. EFT is so exciting and so effective for this. And we just started opening that door today. I'll do some more videos with more of these short tapping things. And just keep going. I just want to encourage you and say it is possible to get to the other side of the fear so that you can talk about your work with more comfort, more confidence, calmly, and share, because you know the world needs sensitive introverts. We are here to play a really important role, and the work that you do is important, can help people, and it won't help the people that you can reach if you just never talk about the work. So keep going, do some EFT whenever you can for the fear, and I wish you the very best. My name is Liesl Tevisham, and I help sensitive introverts to become more calm and confident in the spotlight, to become calmer about visibility, and to actually enjoy being seen in their beautiful, quiet, unique way. Thank you for listening.